です。今日は D4DJ First Mix 第5話のリアクションをしたいと思います。So today we will be reacting to D4DJ First Mix 5th episode. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and without further ado, we're gonna start.
リンクちゃん、ダンスうまいよね。ボーカルもイケてるし。DJ マッシュのプレイ上がったよね。校内ランク上がってきたのも納得ね。あとさ、VJ も良かったよね。あれはエモかった。納得いかない。何が？パフォーマンスのリアクション。でもみんないいって言ってくれてるみたいだよ。その証拠にランキングもまた上がったし。けど評価されてるのリンクとマホだけじゃない。いやだけど、ムニの VJ だって評判いいじゃん。VJ いいねじゃなくてムニちゃんいいねじゃないとダメなの。それってどっちも同じじゃない。同じだよね。
同じよ。
だな。
つまりそれってパフォーマンスの時の VJ という現象を評価されるのではなく、それをやっていたのが大ナルトさんだと認識され、その大ナルトさん自身が称賛されないと不服だということでしょうか。
まあそうなんだけど、面と向かってそこまでズバリと言われると。
ごめんなさい。
でもさ、それってやっぱ一緒なんじゃない？
一緒よ。
マホは分かってないんだから。私は VJ すごいじゃなくてムニちゃんすごいでないと嫌なの。もしかしてみんなムニが VJ オンリーって分かってないのかな。もしそこがはっきり分かるようなアピールができれば。VJ オンリーって大ナイトさんだったの？
バカにされちゃうだけ。
これなら私が VJ オンリーだって絶対わかるよね。
わからないよ。てか普通ウサミ学校できないじゃん。
ちょっと目立ちすぎちゃったかしら。何よ。言いたいことあるなら言いなさいよ。いや、なんていうか。お前、勇気あるな。いやー、さすがにあれはびっくりしたよ。その話はもういいって言ってるでしょ。私も見たかったな、それ。マホちゃんだけずるい。私だって別に見たくて見たわけじゃ。ちょっと見たくないもの扱いはやめてよね。そうは言ってないって。ただまあ普段使いにはちょっと大きいかなって。
でしたらこれとかどうでしょう。これくらいのサイズならアクセサリーの範疇ですし、きっと大ナルトさんに似合うと思いますよ。似合うよ絶対。そうかな。私これつけてるムニちゃん見たい。そんじゃポチっちゃうか。
バカ。
満足。毎日そんなに食べてよく太らないわね。だってご飯おいしいもん。会話になってないんだけど。
理由になってないよ。
姉ちゃん。
これうちに届いてましたから。
私？けどなんで私が注文したのがあんたんとこに。
覚えてないの？
あんたのアカウントで注文しちゃったから。早くつけてみせて。じゃあ早く。
Like why would you even use her
まあ
account to
そ
buy
れならいきなり出くわしてもビビることはないか。なんでつって。ラブリー、お家で買いたい。近い。
Mooney got roasted the second time, or like third, fourth time.
みんなに可愛いって言われたけど、根本的な解決になってない気がする。なんでさ、可愛いって言われたかったんだろう？じゃなくて、私はパフォーマンスの VJ がいいって言われて、それやってんのが VJ オンリーことムニちゃんだってみんなに知ってもらえて、そんで私自身が褒められたいの。めんどくさいやつだな。
そうだよね。
わかるんだけど。やっぱ VJ だけってのが良くないのよ。私もボーカルやる。ステージの真ん中に立つ。それっていいかも。ボーカルやるってそれ本気なのか？もちろん本気よ。いいよね、いいよね、まほちゃん。まあボーカル取れるメンバーが増えるとパフォーマンスの幅が広がるから悪くはないと思うけど、そうなると曲をどうするか。新曲作ろう。ムニちゃんにバッチリ合うやつ。ムニに合う曲か。何よ。それってレイはどんな感じだと思う？
そうですね。オーナルトさんのイメージというと、例えばですけど、
I like it.
どういうイメージよ？
違ってましたか？
全然違う。レイは私のこと分かってない。
すみません。
だったら分かり合えるようにレイちゃんがムニちゃんのお家にお泊まりすれば。ほら、私たちちっちゃい頃お互いの家に泊まりっこしたよね。そうだったわね。私それでムニちゃんとそれまで以上に仲良くなれた気がするの。だから同じことすればムニちゃんとレイちゃんすっごく仲良くなれると思うんだ。それはそうかもしんないけど。
わかりました。私、新曲を作るためにオーナルトさんのお家にお泊まりします。
The fact that she just readily agreed to it.
何緊張してるのよ。友達がうちに来るってだけじゃない。
ニョキヨ。
わあ、かわいいものがいっぱいで、まるでおもちゃ屋さんみたいですね。
一応褒め言葉だと思っとくわね。
This is the most awkward, cringy moment.
会話が。ねえ、暇つぶしにゲームでもしない？操作は大体教えたからね。今から実践よ。
はい、会長。
隊長。ここ軍じゃないよ。
相手が撃ってくるんですけど。
敵だから撃ってくるわよ。
どんどん当たってます。このままだと死んじゃいます。じっと
してないで走って。
隊長、置いていかないでください。やりました。コンプリートです。
やるじゃない。やっぱり楽器やってるからリズム感がいいのかしら。ね、そろそろお腹空かない？
そういえば。
じゃ、ご飯にしましょうか。
すみません。エプロンお借りします。夕飯の用意を自分たちですると聞いていれば自分のを持ってきたんですけど。さあ、何から始めましょうか。
もう用意終わったわよ。
あ、本格的カレー。
いただきます。
美味しい。私、こうしたカレーを食べるの初めてなんですけど、意外と本格的な味なんですね。
あるからね。
本当に書いてある。
はい、これ。ちっちゃいうさ耳、あんたのアカウントで買っちゃったでしょ。支払いそっちに行ったわけだから、同じくらいの値段の買っといたの。
そんなこと気にしていただかなくてもいいのに。
いいから開けて。私は借りは作らない女なの。
はい、それじゃあ。
No, like if Mooney bought something on my account, I wouldn't forgive her.
素敵。
気に入ってくれたようね。
I wouldn't be as
あんたに
forgiving
似合う
as
と思うから、
Lily.
つけてって。
かわいいですけど、普段使いだとちょっと派手かもしれませんね。
だったらステージでつければいいじゃない。
ダメです。私が皆さんと一緒にステージに立つなんて、そんな。
ママ、どうしたの？そう。わかった。じゃあ。ママ、仕事の都合で今日は帰ってこないって。いつものことよ。私、ちっちゃい頃からずっとこうだから、
It's kind
も
of
う
sad.
慣れちゃったし。
It's kind of sad that
小さい頃か
her
ら
mom
ずっと。
is always
それって
busy at work.
ちょっと寂しいですね。
It's like she's not there with you on a daily basis.
寂しいわけないじゃない。
Aw.
英語さ、
うん
英語さ、英語さを知っていると、
お風呂ごちそうさまでし。
アヒル顔。
お、ナルコさん、何をやって。お風呂に入ったのにそんなもの食べるなんて、一体どういう。
カロリー気にしてるってこと？
そうじゃなくて、お風呂入ってからおやつを食べるなんて、そんなことって。
そんなハレンチ
ずっ
なこと
思ってたけど、あんたってちょっと変わってるわね。
お前の方が変わってるじゃない。
今日はとっても楽しかったです。私、こんな風にお友達のお家にお泊まりするの初めてで、オーナルトさんのことを少し分かった気がします。
無理でいいわよ。
でも、
さっき自分で言ったでしょ。お友達のお家にお泊まりって。
あ、照れてる。照れてる。
相本さん。
お泊まりしてムニちゃんのこと分かった？
はい、いろいろと。でも、ムニさんにはいろいろな面があることが分かって、かえってイメージがまとまらなくなってしまって。
Like she's used to saying people's last name.
だったらそれ全部入れちゃおうよ。
全部。
いろんな面があるならそれ全部がムニちゃんだよ。これが私のイメージ？
そうよ。
すっごくムニちゃんを感じる。けどなんか曲としてまとまってなくない？
確かにそうかもしれませんね。
いや、いいよこれ。曲調がコロコロ変わってくの面白いよ。その変化に合わせていろんなビートを組み合わせていけば目まぐるしい曲で耳を引くキャッチーなものになると思う。それと全体的にはアッパーな中で急に入ってくるしっとりとしたメロディーがいいアクセントになってる。
そういうものでしょうか。
だったらさ、そこステージでその場で弾いたりするといいんじゃない？それいい。さすがムニちゃん。確かにそれはありだな。きっとパフォーマンスのいい見せ場になるよ。というわけで。
それってもしかして私が？
他に誰がいるっていうの？
無理です。私がステージに出て弾くなんて。
なんでよ。コンクールとかじゃもっと大きいとこでピアノ弾いてんでしょ？
それはそうですけど、楽器はどうするんですか？あそこにうちのピアノは持ち込めないでしょうし。
そこは大丈夫。私が使ってるキーボードがあるから。でもせっかくだからもうちょいちゃんと
Ray's
した
trying
の
to
レンタル
avoid
した方がいいか。
performing at all
じゃあ
costs.
決まりだね。だけどキーボード弾いてる時以外はぼーっと突っ立ってるのもなんかあれよね。
私。
じゃあ私と一緒にダンスしよう。
Dance.
ああ、いいわね
私ダンスなんてステップとか踏めないし。
それ。振りさえ覚えればステップ踏めなくても踊れるのがあるよ。パラパラとか動かすのはほとんど手と上半身だけってのもあって、そういうのならちょっと練習すれば誰でもできるようになるし。いいわね。それでいきましょう。このムニちゃんのボーカルデビューなんだから、バックダンサー3人で盛り上げちゃってよ。3人？あんたが言い出しっぺなんだから、もちろんあんたもやるわよね。私も。
そうです。誰でもできるって言ったんですから、明石さんだってできますよね。
いや、
Tashkani.
まあできるとは
Tashkani.
思うけど。ならやって。っておい、すごいムニちゃんの新曲にレイちゃんのキーボード、そんでみんなでダンスだなんて。ハッピーアラウンド。
ちょっといいですか？前から気になってたんですけど、その掛け声、どうしてハッピーアラウンドなんです？
アラウンドは周りにとか巡ってって意味でしょ。私のハッピーが周りのみんなにも伝わって、それが巡ってきて、もっと私がハッピーになるって意味なの。わかった？それじゃあみんなでやってみよう。
Yeah.
せーの、ハッピーアラウンド。
Oh my gosh, they're all doing it.
新曲に新キーボードに新メンバーだって。それって新しいボーカルの子が入ったってこと？じゃなくて VJ やってた子が歌うんだって。新メンバーはキーボード入れるみたい。やっぱこの子たちのフライヤーセンスいいよね。けど DJ マッシュ&リンク with VJ オンリープラス渡月0って長くない？
Tashkani nagai.
2、3、4。何よ、緊張してるの？
はい。
ステージでのパフォーマンスなんて余裕なんだから、余裕。
Would you really say that when you're the one being nervous?
ムニさん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
Alright, so they're about to sing the song Give Me Awesome. Oh, my favorite part.
ったしね。
無事に済んでよかったです。私まだ胸がドキドキして。
私が本気出せばこんなものよ。これからも DJ マッシュ&リンク with VJ オンリープラストキツレイで頑張っていくわよ。DJ マッシュ&リンク with VJ オンリープラストキツレイでガンガンやってこう。 この調子でいけば DJ マッシュ&リンク with VJ オンリープラス渡月0でサンセットステージに立てるかも。
盛り上がっているとこ申し訳ありませんが、 DJ マッシュ&リンク with VJ オンリープラス渡月0って長くありません？
言われてみるとそうかも。いや、言われなくても長いでしょ。なんか成り行きで始めちゃったけど、そろそろちゃんとしたユニット名考えた方がいいか。けどそれってあれしかなくない？ハッピーアラウンド。昨日のマッシュとリンクのパフォーマンス良かったよね。超やばかった。 VJ の子がボーカルやったのもサプライズだったけど、キーボード弾いてた子めっちゃ良くなかった？あそこ一番盛り上がったよね。レイだっけ？これからはあの子要チェックだよね。やっぱ納得いかない。
Okay, this extra scene was so funny. Alright, so we open up with the fans pretty much just watching a video of the last performance that they did, pretty much. Mooney being upset and complaining about the fact that her name is not being like said, like she wants people to praise her, like she like there's many other ways to like do that, and like people are praising you anyway, so like does it matter? Oh gosh, this girl can be annoying to deal with sometimes. Yeah, even Maho and Rinku is like, isn't that like the same thing? Like, yeah, it's like because because at the end of the day you're still being praised for your hard work, even though they're not addressing you by your name. And part of the problem is because you named yourself VJ only and not VJ Mooney or something like that. It's like that's the reason why you're upset. Gosh. So then after that, we cut to the scene where she was home complaining about how Maho doesn't get it. I'm just like, yeah, it's like Maho doesn't get it, you don't get it. It's like at that point I'm just like it's like you're complaining over something that doesn't really matter too much. And then she thought, oh yeah, what if I start wearing the bunny ear that I wear during my performance to get people's attention? That way they know, like, no, they're only I'm just like, no, they're only gonna make fun of you. They're only gonna laugh at you and just be like, what is this? And that's exactly what happened when she went to school in the bunny ears. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, in like normal school regulations, you're not allowed to wear bunny ears. It just makes you look funny, and it's just embarrassing to just wear them. Oh yeah, the funny part about that scene was when Maho bumped into Mooney, and Maho was like, yeah, she was lost in thought, but then she was like, "You have a lot of courage." I'm just like, I was like, wow. And then we're back in the cafe, the same cafe that the group is always in. Rinku was like, Rinku was like, oh, I wanted to see it, and I'm like, there's nothing special about her bunny ears. They're just long, big ass bunny ears. then yeah, and then Ray pretty much just yeah, it's like like Mooney wanted like they it's like apparently people wanted yeah, like she wanted to look attractive and cute, I guess. So like she wanted to wear those bunny ears, but like the ones she wears at the performance are just so long that that it's like it's gonna just stand out. People are gonna make fun of her like every day. So Ray pretty much in her like on her like account. It's like it's like their version of like Amazon, I guess. and and Ray presented Mooney with the smaller bunny ears, pretty much, and then yeah, and then just after some thought, Mooney without hesitation, um, used Ray's account to buy that to buy those bunny ears. I'm just like, you idiot. I'm just like, you idiot. It's like you realize this is not your account. You are stealing. You are taking money from this this girl. Like, do you not? It's like, did you not realize that? It's like, and then the next day, it's like, it pretty much just shows Mooney, Maho, and Rinku sitting at the lunch table together. And then Ray popped up with the package because obviously because you bought the thing in her account. And then yeah, and then Rinku was like, "Oh yeah, please, 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 wear it, wear it." And yeah, and then just that, and then in that same scene, just Maho just once again roasted Mooney with her comments. It's just the funniest thing ever when Maho just roasts Mooney. And then Rinku started hugging her, just like as usual. Then obviously we just go back to that cafe. Pretty much Mooney was like, with her complaining attitude, was like, "Oh yeah, the real, but we have a bigger problem to solve." It's like I want people to recognize that I am the VJ instead of uh, instead of me being called the VJ. Yeah, Maho's then like, "Oh, you're kind of annoying," and I 100% agree. I'm just like, it's like I've been saying that all along. It's like Mooney tends to be annoying sometimes. It's like, I'm just yeah. I would be like, does it matter? Does it matter? Oh yeah, and then they were thinking yeah, like Rinku had the idea then to make an original song based off of Mooney or based off of Mooney's character and just based off of Mooney's image, and um, then Ray was like, yeah, and then Ray kind of played like a tune that she thought would fit Mooney well, and I thought it was actually pretty cool. It's like a classic tune that I've heard so many times. And then and then Mooney got upset. It was like, no, that's not what I am. That's not the image I was thinking about. I'm like, yes, it is. I'm like, yes, it is. It's like there were so many moments where Mooney just was complaining and just mad and angry. It was so funny. So then Rinku just suggested, "Hey, Ray, why don't you go to Mooney's house so that way you can know a little bit about her?" And yeah, and that's like like and then Ray was just like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that." And I'm like, it's like you're just deciding that so quickly without even thinking, like without even thinking about like it's like you had no like without a second thought. She was like, "All right, I'm gonna go to Mooney's house and pretty much that's pretty much what happened. And then and then once Ray went to Mooney's house, just there was this moment where they were kind of staying silent because they don't know what to say, and it was like the awkward, cringy moment that they had together. And then it's like Mooney then opened up with like, hey, why don't we play games, like play video games for a bit. So then they were playing a shooting game. The funny part there was like Ray called like Mooney like captain or something. Like it's like, yes sir. I'm like you're not in the military, so you don't have to say that. You're just playing a shooting game. And then the fact that Ray was panicking was like, oh wait, they're shooting at me. And then we cut to a scene where they were playing a rhythm. Well, Ray was playing a rhythm game. And then afterwards, they ate dinner, and they basically, when Ray was about to help Mooney prepare dinner, Ray was like, oh, I already prepared dinner. And it was pretty much authentic curry, pretty much, that Mooney made. It's like, and then Ray was like, I never ate anything this authentic. It's like, well, the package does say authentic, and it actually says authentic on the package, literally, in Japanese. Like, I even commented on it in Japanese as the episode was playing. So then afterwards, we then cut to a scene in Mooney's room where Mooney basically repaid Ray, gave her something in return for buying those bunny ears on her account, and she thought like that's the least she could do. It's like yeah, Ray didn't seem to mind, but if it was my account that you used, Mooney, I would have been upset. I would have been much more harsh and not as forgiving as Ray. You're lucky. It's like you're lucky that Ray is a nice person. Otherwise you would have been heavily angered that person for just using their account without their consent. It's like, because you wasted my money on these stupid pair of bunny ears. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, so then inside the package was a blue ribbon, pretty much. Ray then wore it, and then Ray was like she liked it, but like she didn't want to stand out and wear it every single day. So then Mooney was just suggested, hey, why don't you wear it in the performance? And then Ray was just embarrassed because it's like I don't think I can perform in front of many different people like that. And then after that, Mooney got a call from her mom saying that she was going to be late. Yeah, she's gonna come home late because of work, like usual. Yeah, like as usual, pretty much. Yeah, and apparently it's like a recurring thing that happens with Mooney. Like her mom just, her mother just is late, like comes home late every day because of work. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like if I were Mooney though, I would have probably been lonely. It's like, I mean, I know she's used to it by now, but like, yeah, like if it's happening all the time, you'd probably get used to it though. But like even then, it's like kind of lonely. That your mom would just not be home all the time. Just oh yeah, and then we see this scene where Mooney just eating potato chips after taking a bath. she also just she, like the way she put her potato chips in her mouth reminded me of a duck. I was just like the duck face, the duck face. And Ray was kind of like Ray, yeah, because Ray is from a rich family and her pretty sure her parents wouldn't forgive her for for eating potato chips after taking a bath. Pretty sure, like, yeah. So like Ray was kind of just lecturing Mooney on like why you shouldn't be eating potato chips during like after taking a bath. Then Mooney just laughed and was like, "You're a strange one." And it's like, "Aren't you the?" And then I'm just like, "Aren't you the strange one for eating potato chips after taking a bath? Like even I don't do that." Even sometimes it's just like we do things that just feel strange. This is just one of those things: eating potato chips after taking a bath. so so then well we'll just cut to the next scene pretty much where Ray pretty much was playing piano, and then Rinku just came in and was like, how was the experience of like going to Mooney's house? And then Ray was like, oh, I got to know her a lot more, but like I don't know um like I don't know what image exactly to add. So then Rinku was like, why don't you add all of it? It's like, yeah, and then it's like all of it is Ray. I mean, all of it is Mooney. All all the things that you add in in the song is pretty much Mooney, and it's just like, okay, whatever that means. Oh yeah. I also wanted to talk about the like before Ray got her or Mooney got her bunny ears. I wanted to talk about how Mooney opened up with a conversation of like hey why like I'm surprised you don't you don't get fat from eating a lot, and then Rinku's reply was like because I love eating, and it's like that just doesn't make sense. It's not. And then Maho's just like that's not how conversations work, but okay. No, because that's literally just does not make sense. Like how do you just reply back like after someone asks tells you I'm surprised, yeah, like I'm surprised you don't get fat from eating a lot. Your reply is because I love food or because I love eating. It doesn't really answer. It doesn't really portray with what Mooney actually said. Like so then yeah, so then back to the scene I was talking about before, where they were pretty much just making the final finishing touches of their song, pretty much. So then yeah, and Mooney was still not satisfied with it. I'm just like, girl, like what makes you satisfied? Like it's like it's like you're lucky that your friends over here are dealing with your BS. So the least you can do is just at least appreciate what they're trying to do for you. Appreciate. Yeah. So then they have the idea of why don't we all dance? And it's like yeah. So they basically thought of the choreography and everything. Um, Ray yeah. So Ray tried to avoid all like trying to perform at all costs. She was like, the piano in the music room is too big. Like we can't fit that on stage. And Maho just backed that up with like, don't worry, we have a keyboard that you that Like, I have a keyboard that you can borrow. And I was like, oh, well, there's no backing out from this one, Mooney. So then, pretty much, they also thought of, like, dancing, too. So, yeah, so, like, everyone pretty much was dancing, even Maho. So then, yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's like, so, like, yeah, Ray was like, I don't have any dancing experience, and Maho was like, well, there's, like, simple dance steps as well, like, ones where you just move your hands and your body, and your, like, lower body, and, like, your hips, and that's about it, and it's, like, dance moves that doesn't require too much movement. So then Mooney was like, all right, let's, yeah, Maho, you're dancing too, and it's like, what? And then yeah, and then Ray replied with, yeah, you said you said everybody can dance, so like, so that means you can too, Maho. I was like, oh yeah, I mean, if you put it that way, I guess you're right. But, so then yeah, it's like Maho didn't agree to it, but it's like who's gonna listen to her at this point? It's like it's like Mooney just decides stuff without just thinking about what other people think, or thinking about other people's consents. So then Rinku pretty much was just happy. She just did her signature spin and yelling out happy around. And then Ray, at the, like, I don't know, the weirdest time, asked um, what happy around means, and pretty much yeah, and then pretty much, yeah, Rinku explained that, yeah, her phrase means spinning around while being happy, and she's doing it to bring, like, happiness to everybody. And then not only that, she made she made everybody else do it. I'm just like, they're all doing it. Oh wow. No, I would not do it. I would not do it. I would be dizzy and I would throw up trying to do that. So then we cut to the scene where we see the members of Piki Piki looking at their new flyer, pretty much, looking at the group's new flyer, pretty much. And yeah, and then she was like, "Oh, they're gonna do a new song," and it's like, and then and there's also a new member, and then Esoto was like, wait, the new member is a vocalist, and it's like, and then Kyoko was like, no, the VJ is doing the vocals this time, and then she's like, the new member is playing the keyboard. And Jenny replied with like, they have a nice sense for their flyer, like a nice, like their pictures and like visuals are nice for their flyers, and then Shinobu like looked at the flyer and was like, but isn't DJ Mash and Rinku with VJ only plus Rei Togetsu, isn't that like a little bit too long? I'm like, yeah, I know, it's pretty long. It's like yeah, it's literally like 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 it's just a mouthful to say. It's like, why would I waste my time saying that whole thing out loud? So long. And then we see the scene, and then we see just Mooney and Ray just getting nervous before their performance. So then after Ray calmed down, she pretty much comforted Mooney and was like, let's do our best. And then we cut to the actual performance itself, which is where they sang their new song about Mooney, because why the hell not? So the song is called "Give Me Awesome." like even in Japanese, it's actually still called give me awesome. It's just it's pronounced in Japanese give me awesome. It's pretty much yeah. It's pretty much just a song that praises Mooney in every aspect in every way. So then after the performance, they were just like, yeah, they were just yeah, yeah. Then yeah, Maho like yeah like after the performance, Mooney pretty much followed by Rinku and Maho were pretty much like, oh yeah, let's continue doing our best with the name DJ Mash and Rinku with VJ only Purasure Togetsu. I'm like, that's way too long. It's like I think Maho replied with, let's continue using that name until we get to Sunset Stage. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that name would be way too long, and people are gonna just be like, why is the name so long? Like, it's like holy shit, the name is so long. And then yeah, and then Ray finally replied with like, isn't that name too long? Like, and then Rinku with her like no attitude was like, oh oh oh, when you say it that way, yeah, it's like no. So then Maho was like, all right, let's come up with a proper unit name now. And then yeah, and then obviously their unit name being happy round because of Rinku's phrase of spinning around and saying that, just saying it. It's just yeah. And then there was also an extra scene, obviously, where Mooney was listening in on other students talking about the performance from yesterday, and then yeah, and then pretty much it's like they were mostly just praising Ray and the new keyboard member. And then yeah, and then obviously yeah, she was just yelling how she's not satisfied with this. And it's like that's what happens when you name yourself VJ only and not VJ Mooney or something, some shit like that. And that's basically the end of the episode. So yeah. So for the next episode, yeah, like always, we will be recording. Well, I'll be recording it and I'll upload it on YouTube like always. So yeah, so I'll see you then.